wow, you forgot your keys once? You must have ADHD. You got distracted during a meeting? It's so neurodivergent of you. You like sometimes scroll on your phone too much? Congrats, Karen. You're getting all the symptoms. But no, you're not. And I'm going to need you to stop saying that out loud. Let's be clear. Saying everyone has a little ADHD is like saying everyone has a little diabetes. It's not cute. It's not quirky. It's a neurodevelopmental disorder, and it wrecks people's lives in slow motion. But sure, tell me again how you once forgot to reply to that text. You don't have a little ADHD. You're overwhelmed by the modern world. We all are. You have push notifications, caffeine withdrawal, 200 tabs open, and like late stage burning of a country breathing down your neck. But that's being called human in 2025. It's not the same thing as having a brain that eats time, deletes memory, and melts down over choosing which jeans to put on. And by the way, I don't forget things once in a while. I forget what I'm doing while I'm doing it. I've left my house early for a noon hair appointment with one plan: to stop at the bank on the way, and somehow ended up at the grocery store buying oranges and not even realizing I missed my hair appointment until I was holding a bag of granola like in aisle 7. Let me walk you through this like we're in kindergarten. Being distracted sometimes does not equal ADHD. ADHD is constantly failing to do the things you want to do. It's missing deadlines because your brain doesn't know what 5 minutes means. Emotionally, like short-circuiting over a mild change in plans. Crying in your car because you forgot again, and now you think you're just a terrible person. And you know what's worse than forgetting to call your doctor's office? It's believing that you're lazy, broken, and failing at life because you can't do things other people seem to do without trying. And women? Well, we get labeled emotional, disorganized, bad with money. But spoiler, we weren't lazy, we were undiagnosed. One time, I made an entire meal plan. I got groceries, wrote reminders, I even pre-chopped stuff. The next day, I forgot we were out of spoons, and so instead of washing one, I cleaned the microwave and then the baseboards. And then 2 hours later, I ordered a pizza because I was too mentally fried to start over. That's not being forgetful. That's executive dysfunction. I used to think I was just a hot mess, like quirky disaster girl with a Target receipt problem. You know, the kind of woman who buys 6 planners in January and abandons all of them by like February 3rd. I thought I was just bad at life, that I couldn't keep up, that I couldn't get it together. But meanwhile, everyone around me was out here thriving with like meal prep and matching Tupperware. And then one day during some huge doom scroll obsession, I saw an article in Reddit on adult ADHD. And it was like my brain stood up and screamed, "Oh, it's me, I'm the problem, it's me." Except plot twist, I wasn't the problem. My brain was just not built for this beige corporate hellscape that we're supposed to be living in. And once I got diagnosed, I was relieved. And I told someone, and you know what they said? "Oh yeah, I think I have a little ADHD too." And that's when I started fantasizing about screaming into a pillow forever. I remember reading about time blindness for the first time and physically yelling. Like, that is what it is. That's the thing. I'm not just bad at being on time. I genuinely can't feel time passing. I've missed more freeway exits than I've taken. I can't focus long enough to make a left turn. But sure, tell me again how you forgot to take the chicken out of the freezer that one time in 2018. Let me break down what this phrase actually does. It minimizes the struggle. It invalidates people who are fighting tooth and nail to function. And it erases years, decades, that many of us have spent misdiagnosed, dismissed, and ashamed. This isn't an everybody's a little ADHD moment. This is people finally getting the language to describe what they've lived with silently for most of their lives. It's not overdiagnosis. It's correction. It's catching up. And if that makes you feel uncomfortable, maybe you should just sit with that for a minute. But don't say it out loud. I once had someone tell me I couldn't have ADHD because I was too articulate. Like, seriously? I've missed birthdays, bills, doctor's appointments that I've literally written down 2 or 3 times. I have a Fitbit, an alarm, and an Apple Watch, and I still don't know why I walked into the room. But I can form a sentence? It must be fine. Okay, cool. Okay, so what should you say or do if someone that you love has ADHD? Well, here's a quick cheat sheet. Do ask, what helps you feel supported? Respect their weird systems, even if they don't make any sense. Understand that being late, overwhelmed, and forgetful, it's not personal. But laugh with them and not at them. And whatever you do, don't say, I do that too, or everyone's like that sometimes, or have you tried a planner? You don't seem to have ADHD. Best thing someone ever did for me was hand me a bottle of water and said, do you want to talk or do you want me to handle something for you? Because in that moment, more than any system, any tool, and any hack, that actually helped. Because it wasn't a fix, it was a connection. I'm not making ADHD content because I'm quirky and want attention. I'm making this because there are millions of women walking around thinking they are broken, when really they just were never diagnosed, never supported, and never believed. And the worst part? The second they finally start understanding their brain, someone hits them with the everyone has a little ADHD line. You know, like that's comforting. It's not. It's dismissive. It's outdated. And it ends today on this channel with this coffee and this absolutely exhausted brain that still gets shit done. So no, not everyone has a little ADHD. But if you're trying to understand someone who does, this is where you start. Download 10 ways to support someone with ADHD without sounding like a stupid coffee mug. Comment below. What's the most infuriating thing someone said to you about ADHD? Let's compare trauma and laugh through the pain. Like, subscribe, hit that little bell, and share this video with the next person who says to you, everyone's like that sometimes.